Hey everyone, thank you so much for either being on here live or watching this recording. Teresa and I have just been brainstorming on how we can massively help you create momentum in your business. And I think where that really starts is you rocking your self-care. And Teresa, I feel like, does a really great job of sharing on social media on how she does that. And we want to show you guys how you can stick out and look different than what you see all over social media. But when I was scrolling back on my Instagram, if you guys can open up your videos, I will be so happy. We have so many wonderful people on here, and I can't see any of your faces. You all, I just talked about my hairy armpits. This is recording. Thank you, Erin. Yes, girl, that is what I'm talking about. When I was scrolling back on my Instagram, when I started coaching 4 years ago, I was like, okay, like, what has built my business? Like, I wanted to go see what my social media looked like. First of all, it didn't look good. But second of all, I was sharing my journey. I made a commitment to get results. I made a commitment to work on myself. Megan, sister, yes! Thank you for showing yourself. I made a commitment to making sure that my self-care was a priority. And I shared it every single day. And it wasn't perfect, you guys. And I got better over time. But I shared about how I was feeling. I shared about how as a teacher, I would get up really early and get my workout done. I talked about how I was overcoming cravings. I was talking about how, interesting fact about Julianne Condia, I do not have Netflix. But I was like couch to coach. I know people are like, I know, it's crazy. But 4 years ago, that I was constantly watching TV. But when I was posting on social media, I was like, guys, like, I'm picking a workout over TV. This is crazy. My enthusiasm, my belief. And because I had so much belief and conviction in what I was doing, people were curious. People were intrigued. So then when I was like, so I made a commitment to get results. The only way you're going to be successful as a coach is that you make a commitment to get results. And typically that's following a program. And whether it's a nutrition program, 3-day refresh, workout program, and you sharing it every day. Not sharing like Shakeology, like this, whatever, but literally just being like, man, I can't believe that I just sweat so hard in such a short amount of time from home, didn't have to leave my kids. I feel incredible. Normally by this time I would be wanting to take naps, but I can't believe how much energy I have. I feel like I'm getting my life back. Didn't say Beachbody, didn't say the program, didn't say Shakeology, didn't brand Beachbody, didn't even name the workout, didn't even like say anything really. It was just more of like, I was struggling and now I'm not. I was struggling with energy, now I'm not, right? So those are the types of things that I was sharing, was like sharing this. And then I was like, man, you guys, I cannot express to you, I cannot believe I lost 7 pounds eating healthy and working out for 30 minutes. My energy, my sleep, my confidence has gotten so much better. I have decided that I want to pay it forward. I would love to help 5 more women. I would love to help some women, whatever you want to say, a call to action. And then they're going to be like, what is it that you're doing? And then you're going to say, let me send you a message. And this is where coaches freeze. Because they're like, crap, what do I say? Right? And this is my biggest tip to you, is you just share your conviction and your like why you decided to do it, and that you were nervous and that you were unsure, but how you would do it over and over and over again because how you feel now. And that is what is going to get people to do it. It's not going to be a copy and paste thing. It's going to be you just sharing your story. So Teresa and I want to talk to you about what it looks like to talk about a challenge group on your social media, how you go about to creating a challenge group that speaks to you, and how you get people results. As a coach, your goal is to work on yourself and get results. And I think it's all about the process, to be honest. Then as a coach, bringing people with you. There is no greater feeling than being able to make other people successful too. And so when you're getting results, because you have to work on yourself in order to be successful, but when you can help and you commit to being like, man, I need to help someone else lose 20 pounds. Someone else needs to lose these 35 pounds. Someone else needs to sleep throughout the night. Someone else needs to help their marriage. Like once you start thinking like that, it becomes almost an addiction of like, someone misses out today if I don't show up. Someone misses out if I don't do a challenge group. And we focus on like, oh, I'm only gonna have 3 people in my challenge group. You guys, you cannot focus on like the quantity. You have to focus on like those 3 people in that group are going to transform. And then the next month, it's going to be 6 people in your group. And then it's going to be 12. And then what you're going to see is a massive like movement of people feeling so good. So Teresa, I'm going to give it to you. And then what I was thinking is we can talk them through what a good starter challenge group would be like, such as Clean Week, and how they can market it, set it up, and literally set a challenge group in a week and a half from now and start today and talk about it and get people in that group.
So, hey guys. Okay, what I would do, I just saved all the graphics for Clean Week. So we have the graphics for you if you want to do a Clean Week challenge. And the thing I like about the idea of doing Clean Week is you're going to get your customer base started because they're going to either buy sampler pack or, and Julianne personalized some graphics too. Perfect. They're going to either buy a sampler pack or they're going to get BOD. So they're going to sign up to be your customer, which is a win. And when you're a new coach, and if you're a coach listening and you're on this call for your new coaches, you want quick wins. You want small wins. You want something that's not going to feel like a complete undertaking as a new coach, right? So how easy would it be if you guys started Clean Week this week, shared your workouts, talked it up on social media, shared it on your stories, did Instagram stories showing like, okay, this is what Beachbody On Demand is. This is what I use to work out. This week I'm doing Clean Week. So I go here and you show them how you get into the Clean Week program. You kind of give them a glimpse into your nutrition with sharing on your stories and posting on social media. So what I like to do before I run a group or start inviting to a group is really pound the pavement with being super open about what it is I'm doing every single day. Then I open registration after I've piqued their interest for about a solid week. So I want to start building that like curiosity marketing, like what is she doing? Oh, it's only 7 days. Those meals don't look very difficult to make. I want people to start thinking like, and then once I open up my registration or my enrollment is open, then they're like, can you tell me more? It makes the conversations a lot easier because we've been talking about it now for a solid week. So what I would do is consider running a Clean Week challenge, like Julianne said, a week and a half or so from now, and really start talking up Clean Week and talking about the nutrition plan and the workouts and showing that little bits and pieces on your social media. We call it breadcrumbing. So you're not going to one day just make a huge long post about a Clean Week challenge group that you have. Instead, you're going to breadcrumb a little bit each day of a little preview of Clean Week, pique their interest, and then when you're ready to invite, it's not going to be out of the blue or completely random. They're going to have kind of seen what it's all about that whole week before. So I think that's so much easier, and it's so short that it doesn't feel like, oh my gosh, I have to run a 21-day group alone. I don't really know what I'm doing. We've got everything. We've got the posts for you. We have 2 sets of graphics that you can use or choose from that we can share with you. I'll share them in my team page. Julianne will do the same, her team page. And all you have to do is set it up in the app, schedule out your posts, which who knows how to schedule out posts and stuff like that in the Challenge Tracker app. Can you guys throw it in the comment section just so we know like where you're at, what you need help with, what you haven't done, what you have done. Things like that. We know how basic it is. And then the post, we have all for you. So you can just literally copy and paste them, schedule them out, and then all you have to do is be the best challenger in that group once you get people added.
I can show them too.
Yeah, why don't we just quick run through it? It's super easy, but.
So if you go to my challenge tracker portal, and we'll help you guys with this part. And what Teresa's talking about is like a post you could do today. Because honestly, you guys, I think you could do a clean week challenge starting on the 16th. And if you post about it every single day, you're going to get people in it, if that makes sense, if you have that commitment to it. So there could be a post something like this. It could be along the lines of, oh my goodness, I'm feeling so bloated and so gross after eating so many sweets over the last few weeks. I cannot express to you how clean eating or eating healthier has made me feel, but man, it seems like I got off track simply because of the holidays. Anyone else feel the same way? And then after you create that interaction, and then that can be a post, and then talk about a meal you made and be like, man, I'm so excited to like course correct, whatever. Then day 2 can be a similar thing of like day 2, eating 100% clean, sharing your meals and talking about the story about how you're feeling. You're more energized, and talk about how you used to struggle and you used to guess at clean eating and you would always fail at it, but you love that you follow a program that is simple, right? And it's you're able to figure it out quickly. Like you don't say necessarily clean week. You can say it. I like it because it's not as like Beachbody-y, if that makes sense. But you are sharing your experience. You are sharing why you need this. You're talking about your struggles, and you're not just being like, hey everyone, join my clean week challenge. Want to like get healthy? That isn't as powerful as your own testimony to why you think clean eating and doing this is important, if that makes sense. So as you're setting up this group, we have all of the graphics for you. So if I were to hit new group, I would type in clean week, and I would set the date for the 17th, or we would set it for the 16th. End date, we'll do the 23rd. And then clearly I can't find it. It's on here somewhere.
It's right at undersize.
Oh, thank you. I could have gone in alphabetical order. And as you're doing that, you can select an image. So I have these clean week graphics. So you would use a different one, but like say this is day 5, but we would really just have it for another one. Then you would hit create group. You would have it all ready to go. Next, 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 all that stuff. This is what's really powerful. So as you are in the portal, you get to decide, and adding people is really easy. You just add their email. You don't even have to put their first name. It automatically do that after they get a clean week sampler kit, which Teresa and I can show you exactly how to do. Teresa, actually, as we're going, can you bring up your share cart and we'll type in an email and show them how to get a sampler kit, and even do BOD, if that makes sense. So adding people is really easy. And as you go to the group feed, you can schedule posts. So if I wanted to add a post, let's select an image. So I made you guys a prep week graphic. So I would type in my content, which we have for you. The content is already done. So you literally just have to copy and paste, if that makes sense. So let's see if I can type it in. Clean week posts. Look at this. Here's the challenge group guide. I like the graphics that we made better. So literally I just copy and paste, and if there's a video, so copy. And if there's a video, I would just bring it up. Hit paste, and then I would add the video in right here. Copy. My dog is opening up a door right now. Just opened a door. So ridiculous. And then I would schedule it for prep week, which would be on the 10th. It would be a week before, right? And then I would do 3 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then I would hit schedule. And then automatically, you guys, it's going to post exactly what it is. This is literally so simple, and it is going to make you feel so much more confident in not guessing on how to run a challenge group. So as Teresa is going to talk to you about exactly how you help someone with a sampler kit, you guys can team up. You don't have to do it on the 16th, but if your goal is to hit Success Club, if you think about it, if you were to do it on the 16th and commit to inviting to Clean Week, all of those people from Clean Week could filter into your next challenge in May, and or when Clean Week starts on the 16th, you automatically start inviting to your May challenge group. So Clean Week is starting, right? My group started today. I'm already inviting to my group in May. So as soon as Clean Week starts, you go ahead and do that. So Teresa's going to walk us through Share a Cart.
Okay, so Share a Cart is so easy and it's so nice to have. So basically, when you're having a conversation with somebody and they decide that they want to join you, all you have to do is get their email address from them, and that's it. So let's say I am going to enroll Julianne. I would go to shareacart.teambeachbody.com. You can also, what I did is go to this, and actually Safari's messed up with Share a Cart on my phone, but you can go to the website on your phone and share it as basically like an app on your phone. You just share it to your home screen or save it to your home screen, and it acts as though it's an app, which is really nice. So you just go new enrollment. I'm going to do test@test.com. So you'd put their email in there. I'm going to do test, first name, last name, which you can just get from their Facebook or Instagram. Yes, I have permission. Here you can choose, do they want to sign up to be a customer or a coach? Never be afraid to ask, have you ever considered coaching? Yes or no? And see what they say. You will be surprised. When I first started, I always gave people the option to be a coach, and I signed up the most coaches that way. I don't know why I still don't do that. I should. But anyway, so then you go continue, and it takes you to the shop screen. So there's challenge packs, Shakeology, fitness programs, nutrition and supplements, and gear. Is Clean Week under Shakeology or challenge packs? I haven't done this.
It wouldn't be under challenge packs. It's either under nutrition and supplements or Shakeology. I use my BB links for Clean Week. I want to say it's under taste samplers. Right there.
Yeah. Okay, so go to Shakeology, then scroll over on that top bar like I just did into taste samplers. And then you can do a Clean Week Shakeology sampler or a Clean Week vegan sampler. I'm going to click vegan. It's $29.95. Wait for it to come up, and then you just click Add to Cart. It gives you the screen. You can kind of check it over. Everything looks right, and then you send email. So this is going to go directly into their email inbox, and your coach ID is already going to be attached to it because you sign into here with your account information. And the nice thing is you can do copy shareable link. So I could just copy this and say, hey, I just sent you an email. It'll be waiting for you in your inbox. Otherwise, if it's quicker for you to click here, here you go. Copy and paste them that link. And the cool thing is, you guys, you can check the order status. So you don't have to bug them. You can see if they've opened it. You can see if they've purchased, which is really nice. And then if you want to do a new one, you just go new enrollment and it starts over. Another thing Julianne just mentioned was Beachbody Coach links. I use this as well. I probably use them 50-50. Beachbody Coach links. You just literally type in Beachbody Coach links. It's the first thing. You type in your coach ID and press submit, and then it auto-populates all these highlighted numbers. That's your coach ID. So if you want to send somebody a link to whatever program you want, you just copy the web address and paste it to them. They can click and then purchase there. The reason I do like Share a Cart is it gives them the link directly to their shopping cart. All they have to do is check out. They don't get distracted. They don't click around and look at other things. Oftentimes when I do the link generator, if I'm doing like an 80-day obsession challenge pack, they start clicking around, and that's when they say, can I do this without Shakeology and just get bod? When they do an enrollment with Share a Cart, they're already in their in the checkout phase, and all they have to do is check out. They don't get distracted, which is nice.
And you can see if they've seen the email, and like if they've got, you can see where their status is, if they've gotten it or not. And so you can track where the link is and what process of them checking out they're in, which is really exciting. So some of you might have already ran longer challenges, and you might have challenge packs, and you've done that before, which is so amazing and so great. If you feel like it's been hard for you to get people to commit to something like a challenge pack, or you're not really quite ready to do that, I really do think Clean Week is a perfect way for you to have a win, because it would be you following those 7 days with them and doing the workouts. And then 2, creating massive culture. So you could have people in there and even inviting their friends. Like, do you have someone that would want to do this with you, that would enjoy this? And I feel like the commitment is minimal. There's not a lot of risk in there. I feel like there's not a risk with anything with Beachbody. But I feel like for you, it's a really great way for you to go on your own and try this. And for us, and how we invite to challenge groups, is we talk about it and breadcrumb it every single day. You won't see us saying, hey, I need 5 people, but we share our journey every day, and it creates curiosity for people. We share like, oh my gosh, who else needs to clean up their nutrition? And if you put that on an Instagram poll and they say, me too, that's a perfect way for you to message that person on Instagram and say, hey, thanks for participating in my poll. I want to tell you that I'm going to be committing 7 days to eating 100% clean and working out for 30 minutes. I would love for you to do this with me. Let me know if you would want in on this. And just like being able to create that culture, if that makes sense. So if you commit to this today, on the 2nd, you could spend an entire week. I would say the last day for anyone to order for Clean Week would be the 10th, so that they get their Shakeology in time, if that makes sense. This is a great way for them to sample Shakeology. So then when you create that culture in your challenge group, they would want to upgrade to your next group in May. So that's how Teresa and I run our groups, not necessarily with Clean Week, but with a challenge group. As soon as I have one starting, and I had one starting today, I'm going to be spending the entire month of April inviting to my May group. However, I get people in every Monday, and I have people, like, it's like a continuous group that I have, and I change up a theme each month for 2 weeks. But otherwise, it's just creating a culture of participation, a culture of small wins. And honestly, as a coach, you being able to share your progress, your journey, and believing in people. When, like, I had a challenger text me today, and she said, I got my workout done. And I said, that is so awesome. I'm so excited for you. Can you go share that in our group? Because you're only going to inspire other people who today is their first day. And what did she do? She went and she posted in there, if that makes sense. This is a great way for you to collect testimonials. When I first started coaching, I did 4-day groups, because our sampler was a sampler pack of 4 flavors of Shakeology. And my first 4-day focus, is what it was called, is I lost 7 pounds. So whether people upgraded to a challenge pack or not, I got results. And guess what spoke to my tribe? Guess what spoke to my following? Julianne committed for a week, and she got results. I want to feel and look like her. And then I had something to invite them to. When they were like, hey, I want to do what you're doing, I'm like, oh my gosh, you need to get into my next group. This is going to be amazing. So as you're sharing your journey on social media, it's going to be really tempting to want to talk Beachbody language, to talk about Shakeology and talk about those things. I think people naturally have a guard up when it comes to any kind of business on social media. So you have to understand, the thing that sets us apart is that the only way to be successful in this business is to get results and to feel good and work on yourself daily. So that's awesome. So you get to share you. You get to share your struggles. Maybe you really are struggling with nutrition. I think Clean Week is going to be so good for you, but an awesome way to share why you need it. And just sharing like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to dial in on my nutrition. I literally haven't been feeling really good. And people are like, well, what is it that you're doing? Like, I want to know more, right? And as you're going, as your group is going, you can be like, it's day 1 of eating 100% clean with some ladies and I, and oh my gosh, it is so awesome and fun to not do this alone. And just kind of sharing the journey and the testimonials through your clean week. And then after that's done, everyone who completes it, that's where you say, girl, you crushed it. It is time for us, right, to go longer. It's time for us to like up our game, and it's going to be amazing. Are you in with me? Let's pick a longer program. Let's do this. And they're going to be like, oh my gosh, yeah, it was amazing because I ate 100% clean and I lost 7 pounds maybe. And absolutely, I'll go to that next journey with you. Do you see how this works on that consistency of going to that next level? So your social media, you are in your pictures and or the food you're going to be making prior to this group, because you're talking about clean eating mainly. Or maybe, man, it's been a while since I've hit play, and so I'm so excited to like, it's an introduction workout. The workouts are really great actually with Clean Week if you haven't done them yet, but they're a perfect way for someone to get started on their journey if they're not used to working out. For you, if you're doing 80-day obsession, keep doing 80-day obsession. If you commit to nutrition in general, it's good. Does that make sense? But just you're joining them in the sense of you're eating clean and you're working out. Teresa, do you want to add anything else?
I think that I just went to Canva and I'm going to make a calendar for you guys, like a posting calendar. So each day you'll have 2 ideas, or you can do both, of what you can post about on social media to make it easier for you. And then just think, when you have your first coach sign up, you guys are going to have all this content. You can literally walk them through it and feel really confident. One other thing I would suggest is, as a new coach, I don't know about you, but when people would ask me about programs that I hadn't completed yet, I was like, I don't know what to tell you. I use Team Rockstar Fit a lot, but I also heavily relied on educating myself in the Coach Online office. What I would do for you guys, if I was you guys doing Clean Week, I would just immerse myself in Clean Week. How much can you learn about Clean Week? How much can you learn about Megan Davies? How much can you learn about the nutrition guide with Clean Week? There's talking points and stuff like that in the Coach Online office too. So maybe each month pick a different program. Maybe next month you do 21-day fix, and that's what you bridge Clean Week participants into and share about in April going into May. So that's what I did, is I had to do the programs myself in order to feel confident talking about them. I think Clean Week's a great way to start, and then I would bridge into 21-day fix, or even if you want to do 80-day obsession, that's a great one too. But I just really think the more confident you are in what you're talking about, the easier it is and the better you feel about it. And you're not questioning like, oh, I don't feel super confident in leading this person through this program because I have no idea what it's about. I've never done it myself. Well, you're not going to feel that way because you're going to know things, because you're going to educate yourself and you're going to do it before they do it. So
exactly. And so with Clean Week, you don't need to label it Clean Week. So for me, I label my challenge groups to what I need in life, right? So right now we're doing Girl Quit Lying. That's our boot camp name. So just because you're doing Clean Week doesn't mean you have to label it Clean Week. There on the article I just shared says start your healthy lifestyle in 7 days. First of all, people are gonna be like, I'm in. Just 7 days, like jumpstart your nutrition and fitness. So you can think of a creative name of getting healthier in 7 days, if that makes sense. And also, maybe you can talk about that in your marketing as well, is like, sometimes it can be overwhelming to know where to start. Sometimes it can feel overwhelming to think that you have to do this a million days. Why don't we just make this simple? Why don't we just devote 7 days to cleaning up our nutrition, and let's see how we feel after that. And that's another way that you can market this, is that for that person who's just afraid of failure, or they're afraid of committing, or let's just give it 7 days. Let's not worry about after, like on day 8. Let's just commit to working on ourselves for that short amount of time, and let's see what happens. And I think people are going to be like, oh my gosh, like, yes, like that's what I need. Or maybe someone's going on a vacation, you're getting ready for spring break, and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know about you guys, but I need a 7-day jumpstart ASAP. I am going out of town and I need to feel better. You know what I'm saying? So there's different ways that you can talk about it. It doesn't have to just be about nutrition, and it doesn't have to be like clean week. Like it can be whatever you need in your life. So that is all I have. I know that this was super speedy. We want to commit to not going much over 30 minutes. That's why we record this, and you guys can rewatch it. But just know, this business is so not a secret. And I think it's awesome it's not a secret, because people need to know about this. It is the total solution to people's confidence, to friendships, to fitness, to nutrition, to everything, self-care. And for you to be on this call, just seriously, I know it might be scary to think about putting yourself out there, but I think that you are only going to serve people by sharing your story. I think you're only going to inspire people who seriously want to make a change, and you have a gift for them that is so beautiful. And I think that this is such an awesome way for them to see what it is that you're doing, and for them to get a taste of what you're doing. And for me, when I did my first group, I had never tried a workout. I had never tried Shakeology, and I just believed I could figure it out. I believed that I was worthy enough that people would come join me. And I just led with that. I didn't lead with fear. I didn't lead with overwhelm. I didn't lead with a lack of knowledge. I didn't know anything. I just led with, I can figure this out. I can figure this out. I'm going to figure it out. And I feel like because I took action so early, and Teresa did too. Actually, Teresa hit Success Club before her challenge pack came in the mail. And it's because she just started sharing her journey and inviting people on it. But I feel like since no one held our hands, and people gave me materials. People gave me exactly what I needed to post. They gave me the scripts for the content. So everything we're giving you that's in the back office, that is what I had in my hands as well. But no one forced me to run a group. They told me I should. And because I did, you guys, I figured it out. I figured out how to post on social media. I figured out what worked and what didn't. I figured out that I had to post way more than I thought about a group. I figured out that I needed to do this more regularly. It's so addicting helping people feel better about themselves. And I had that win right away with the 4-day focus. And so why we're encouraging you to do this is, one, we love that you became a coach, and you became a coach for a reason. And you jumped on this call for a reason. And I know that it might be scary, or this or that, or you feel stuck, you're not sure, you don't know everything. I'm just telling you, because I led my first group and failed forward, it set me up to 4 years later to having a really successful business that impacts a lot of lives. And it all started with me doing a group and just doing that. So I think I've been overcomplicating it. Yes, everything. I feel like everything people overcomplicate. Like, I've overcomplicated things. You should hear some of Teresa and I's conversations where we're like, we think we're overcomplicating this. And once we would like kind of call ourselves out for that and just be like, this is such a simple business, you guys. It is so simple. You get results. You share your results. You help people get results. Then you help those people help people get results. And that is your business. It's amazing, because everyone starts to get more confident. Everyone starts to fall in love with self-care, and you start to empower people. And the next thing you know, you're building a team that's amazing with people that you love. Like, I love watching coaches on our team get results, because I'm like, oh my gosh, if I didn't say yes to this, they wouldn't be here. If Trina didn't say yes to this, none of us would be here. And if we were, we wouldn't be on this awesome team. And I just feel that way so much. And I just appreciate you being so honest about that, because I think that is such a natural thing to feel, because we think we have to have it all together and all like perfect, and we need to know everything. And it's not. if you guys commit to a date, which I really strongly suggest the 16th, and I suggest you post about it every day up until that Tuesday the before, and even your starting prep week, like you just post about it, not like clean week, Beachbody, here's my link, not that kind of post, but like every day being intentional about like why you're so excited about this, and then putting a call to action on there, and then messaging the people who are liking and commenting on it, and just failing forward and figuring it out. I swear to you, I word vomited on my first 10 people and they still joined me. It was amazing. And I just have to tell you guys, I don't think you're going to be as bad as I was, just because we've helped you prepare to not do that, where I didn't have a clue. And I like would meet with people with like a full notebook, and we would go through everything in the notebook because I thought I had to have all the information, where then now I've realized the people I talk to now, they don't know the facts. They don't know like the specifics. All they know is I have conviction, belief, and consistency, and I know how to help them get results. And that is what you lead with. If someone's like, tell me more about it, you're just like, dude, 7 days, we're going to commit to this, and a superfood shake and a workout. And let me tell you, this is changing my life so much. I need this. I'm so excited about this. And that enthusiasm, they're going to be like, let's go. Let's do this. All right, T, you want to end it on anything?
Yeah, we were just telling the Diamonds before this that Babe Ruth held the world record in strikeouts, and he also later held the world record in home runs. So it's just like, okay, what if he would have given up? What if he would have felt stupid? What if he would have been too embarrassed? What if he would have lost his confidence? Like, he never would have turned into the legend that he is, or what is. So just don't overcomplicate it. And also, I told them too, is if you haven't, somebody said, like, what do you do if you're like a coach that has momentum and then doesn't, and then does and then doesn't? And I said, then you haven't fallen in love with the aspect of this business that's going to keep you going. Because if you believed in this the way that I do, the way that Julianne does, there's no way you would want to stop. Like, I wake up and I get excited to work every day, but it's because I'm running my business the way that I want to run my business, not the way that Julianne runs her business, not the way Trina runs her business. I'm listening to what my audience wants. I take note if I share a crock pot recipe and a kid's recipe, which one gets more traction? I need to post more of that. If I share a workout video versus a workout photo, which one gets more traction? I need to post more of that. Be really intentional with your social media and pay attention to what people, what people like and what people don't like, what gets traction and what doesn't get traction. And don't be afraid to put random things out there, just trying to figure out who you are and who your audience is. I think that that's super important. And just being true to you. And like Julianne said, not to call it a clean week group, but call it like a 7-day detox or a 7-day sugar detox, or, think of what your audience needs. Think about what you need right now and make it that. So I'm doing this calendar right now, so I'll have it up by tonight. Yeah, so it'll be cool, and we'll give you all the content, and we're obviously we can jump on next week and see where everybody is, and we can talk about how your conversations are going. And as always, like, screenshot conversations you have if you're like, I don't know what to say next. And always be interested, not interesting. Ask more questions, and don't talk so much because you're excited and nervous. They just want some help.
Yes. And on your posts, think about all of the struggles that comes with nutrition, all the struggles that come with sticking to something. And that's how you post. Like, does anyone else get frustrated when you get off track? Has anyone felt this way before? I don't know about you guys, but I feel like this, like where you're expressing where you have struggled or are struggling, and opening up an invitation for people to identify with where you're at, if that makes sense. Or just like, just thinking of all those ways with nutrition of like, man, does anyone, like, you can find funny memes too about like nutrition and fitness, and start off your post with a meme, like you be in your picture, but like use the quote of like, dang it, I hate when I bring organic apples home and then realize that they're cupcakes. Like, just like funny things where you're like, like, and be like, guys, seriously, I need help. Like, like something needs to change ASAP. Like, I need a kick in the pants. Like, talk like that. Like, talk like I'm ready to do something about it. I'm tired of just talking about it. Wish me luck. I hope I don't break a lamp in my living room. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just like make it light and fun and connect. And when people like your stuff, freaking just do it. So thank you. Yes, let's do this together. Thank you for hopping on. If you guys have questions, please reach out to us. We are here to help you because there shouldn't be guessing in this business. There shouldn't be guessing to doing this. If you just do it and you don't think about all the reasons why you shouldn't or that it could go wrong, like, don't focus on that. Just focus on, like, someone's going to need my help because I said yes to this. You said yes for a reason, and focus on those people and those things. So thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate you, ladies, and we hope you have a really great night.